The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. It's mid-month, and a federal map just dropped. Half your market is shaded orange, a chunk is green, and somebody on the sales floor already wants to mail the whole county a storm warning. By the end of this, you'll know how to read a NOAA seasonal outlook the way an operator does. A probability tilt you use to set posture, not a dispatch order you knock on. It's a dial, not a job board. I've watched owners read a green blob like a guarantee and burn a season's payroll. Start with what it actually is. The Climate Prediction Center is the arm of the National Weather Service that works in seasons, not the next thunderstorm. Its headline product is the 3-month outlook, issued mid-month on a Thursday. It covers temperature and precipitation, and it's probabilistic, a statement of odds, not events. It tells you how a 3-month total is likely to compare to the local normal, and nothing about the storms inside the season. So treat it as a capacity tool, never a dispatch tool. Now the part most people misread. The map works in thirds. Take the recent climate record for one spot and split it into a dry or cool third, a middle third, and a wet or warm third. Those thirds are terciles, the bottom, middle, and top of a local history. The outlook gives the percent chance the season lands in each one. Baseline is 33.3% each. Every category is graded against that place's own record, so the same color means different weather in Phoenix than in Seattle. Here's the number trap that costs roofers money. Say the map shows a 40% chance of above normal rain. The gut says it's a 60% chance of a dry season. Wrong. It's a three-way split. The center holds the near normal third near baseline, so the leftover breaks roughly 33% near normal and 27% below. Wet is the most likely outcome, but the two other thirds together still outweigh it. Read 40% as a lean, not a certainty, a reason to prepare, never to publish a warning. Read the colors right, because this is where the sales floor goes sideways. Darker shading means more confidence, not bigger storms. A deep orange means forecasters are surer the season lands in the warm third, not that it'll be hotter than a lighter patch. There's a confidence ladder underneath. 33 to 50% means the favored category leans. Above 50 means it's likely. Most outlooks live in that leaning band, which is why your move is quiet preparation, not a public alarm. Then there's the white space, and it's the most useful part of the map. White means equal chances. The tools don't favor any third strongly enough to call it. People read white as nothing will happen. Wrong read. Seasons almost never land exactly on average, so equal chances does not promise calm. It means the signal is too weak to call which way it tips. White is a label, not a verdict. Hold standard readiness and lean on the short-range tools. Equal chances is not stand down. Now understand why the map leans at all, because that drives your whole year. It usually traces to ENSO, the warming and cooling cycle of the equatorial Pacific. Reading the outlook without it is like quoting a roof without knowing the pitch. As of the June 11th discussion, an El Niño advisory is in effect and expected to strengthen into the 2026-27 winter. El Niño tends to suppress spring hail across the central and southern plains and run the southern tier wetter. Tilts in the odds, not a schedule. Watch the decay too, because this is where teams get caught. As an El Niño weakens, atmospheric wave patterns can amplify, and severe potential can rebound. A spring on the backside of an El Niño surprises a crew that only planned for the suppressed early phase. So the honest read this year is plain. Don't overhire for an oversized plains hail season. Flag cold season leak call readiness on aging, low slope, and tile roofs. Treat ENSO as the reason behind the map, and let real reports move crews. The outlook is one rung on a ladder, and matching the rung to the decision is the whole skill. The 3-month map sets posture, hiring runway, and a marketing calendar. The monthly outlook sets market watch status. The 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks stage crews and stock tarps. Then the Storm Prediction Center outlooks flag the severe days. Name the decision first, then pick the rung. The further out the product, the more it shapes capacity, the less it touches dispatch. A seasonal map never moves a truck, so turn the lean into operations. 4 levers a seasonal map can actually pull. 1. Staffing. Size the team to the odds and check tarp stock. 2. Monitoring. A leaning market moves up your daily watch list. An equal chances market stays standard. 3. Outbound timing. Sequence canvassers and mailers to hit leaning markets ahead of the season instead of chasing it after. 4. Your old book, reopen old estimates and aged out past customers. None of these tell a homeowner what their roof will do. Here's where the outlook stops and street-level evidence starts. The seasonal map sits at the top of a funnel, and you walk it down. After a verified event, you pull the local storm reports. The NCEI Storm Events Database holds those dated records, a hail or wind report tied to a date, a place, and a magnitude. That's real, citable proof an event happened nearby. Not a damage finding, but it belongs in a homeowner's file. The map gets you ready. The report gets you credible. Now the line, and it is not subtle. A seasonal outlook cannot prove a roof is damaged, and it cannot decide a claim. Keep 3 lanes separate. The weather lane is what the outlook and local reports say. The roof condition lane is what an inspection finds. The insurance lane is what the homeowner and their carrier decide. The insurer decides coverage. The homeowner owns the claim. Using El Niño is coming to push a homeowner to file, is what consumer protection laws were written to stop. Document, don't diagnose. Cross that line, and you're an unlicensed public adjuster. Watch your customer copy, because a probability turns into a threat the second you let it. Bad copy says the outlook means your roof is at risk, or El Niño will cause claims in your neighborhood. That doesn't survive a homeowner asking where the claim came from, and it doesn't survive a contractor board. Good copy stays modest. NOAA's outlooks describe odds over 3 months, not a forecast for one house. Same facts. None of the pressure. Let your roof stock decide where inside a leaning region the work sits. The map tells you about weather. It tells you nothing about your housing. A wet lean over a metro of 22-year-old asphalt roofs is a different picture than the same lean over 5-year-old builds. Asphalt shingles cover roughly 80% of homes and broadly run around 20 years, less in heavy hail country. Aged and hail-fatigued roofs convert a marginal season into real work. The roof age picture tells you which streets to walk first. Here's where Roof Predict fits and where it doesn't. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual home, so when a season leans active, you start with the homes both old enough and exposed enough to be due. The map sets the tempo. Roof Predict sets the order. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, or decide coverage. Roof age is a range for planning, not an exact date. The list starts the route. The inspection earns the sale. Close the loop. A seasonal outlook is a probability tilt for a region over 3 months. Read it as posture, never as dispatch. 40% favored is a lean, not a certainty. Equal chances sends you to the short-range tools, not to the sidelines. Let ENSO tell you why the map leans, then watch the decay. Set hiring quarterly, watch status monthly, staging weekly. Go or no-go daily. Keep the weather, roof, and insurance lanes apart. The chaser reads the map like a verdict. You read it like a dial.